John Cheplak with RealRecruiter.com and CheplakLive.com. There's that big, bad, ugly word of prospecting. It's a big, bad, ugly word to agents. It creates fear, anxiety, and the same for leaders. We're basically, if you look at leaders, they're just former agents. And so that aversion to prospecting is there. One of the greatest ways to prospect that feels safe and is comfortable and can create a habit. What I look to do is not force people to do things, but just create a habit and an energy in a certain space. And that certain space is in prospecting. If we can have some success in one area of prospecting, maybe we'll explore into another. And that one is doing open houses, visiting open houses. Number one, I'll just cut to the chase. Your competition, the other leaders that are out there and are supposed to be recruiting, they're not visiting open houses on the weekend. See, differentiation isn't about we have this or we have that. Differentiation is about I do this, I do that, I do what other people won't do. And one of those pieces is to be consistently out there visiting open houses. And you don't try and recruit agents at the open house. You visit them. You let them see your face. You let them know that you're staying up to speed in the market. You ask them questions about their activity. Do they do a lot of open houses? What kind of results do they get? And then you move on to the next open house. And think about this. The time, energy, and dollars that you and your organization exhaust just to bring an agent to a face-to-face meeting. Think about the follow-up calls. Think about the rescheduling of meetings. Think about the rejection just to get one meeting with an agent versus making a decision to go out on the weekend and visit open houses where, again, your competition is not. And then checking back with them on Monday to see how the open house went. What was their traffic like? See, again, I'm taking you into this space of allowing them to experience you as a leader. Because, by the way, is their leader out there visiting them at the open house? Is their leader checking in with them on Monday to see how their open house went? Is their leader probing a little bit further into the experiences maybe the agent had at the open house that could help them with building their skill sets? See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to coach, I'm going to train, I'm going to lead, I'm going to allow those agents that are eventually going to join me to have an experience of my leadership before they join. I'm not going to sit to sell them and tell them we're wonderful. I'm going to let them see me as a leader. And by the way, the great retention tool, if you're going to do that, out there prospecting for agents to join, try doing it with your agents each weekend too. You may say, geez, John, you had another work day on. You know what? I'll make a deal with you. Leave the office at 11 a.m. on Friday, because here's what I've learned over the years. I could throw a bowling ball through your office on a Friday from 11 a.m. forward and no one would see it or hear it. A lot of times agents are winding down on Friday and preparing for the weekend. Why don't we go where the agents are on the weekends instead of, and I'm not saying abandon it, but look at all the energy we put into trying to pull agents where they don't go. And where agents don't typically go is to interviews. Go where they're at. Try the open house prospecting strategy.